Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Behind Closed Door with Mamaliez. It's about sharing of inspiring stories with authentic conversation, with unconditional and respect. And today we have a very interesting topic, which is called finding love and relationships. And I have a fantastic panel of speakers who are really dear to my heart, and I think they are all expert about love in their own areas of love. Okay, so let me introduce you who are coming in today. So, the first person is Alwiza Al Yafi. She is actually a lawyer, and she owns her own Akal Corporate Services. It's a company, secretary company. She is an entrepreneur. She is also a yoga instructor, and maybe some of you might see her also some of the TV commercials. And she's also a beauty contestant. She has joined a number of beauty contestants. She's also a speaker and a board of trustee of two NGOs and mother of two. Uh, I've known her for more than 20 years. She's one of my good friend, and we've always been in touch with her. And I love her energy because we jive, because we always talk. I mean, we get well together because we both talk about positive things. And I really love her being. Okay, so another person that I really want to introduce is Niza Jana. I will call her the Minister of Home. And she is the mother of Ain Husniza, the social activist. As you know, a couple about months ago, and I interviewed her, Ain Husniza, the daughter, and her husband, Cik Saiful, and both of them, when they went viral, when Ain Husniza went viral, and she is trying to create an awareness of making a school a safer place to go, so a separate safer place. So I would love to invite her, and how she have her relationship with her husband, they're able to raise a wonderful kids, and we would love to know. She will share her own experience, how she have a great relationship with her husband, and also how she raised her kids. So another person that I like to invite as well is Shirley. Shirley is my Theta Healing teacher and my life coach. She has basically almost changed my life, like especially last year, and transformed my life. And I really thank to her. I mean, she has helped a lot of people. And she's also, I call her love guru, love guru. So tonight she will share with you all the tips and about relationship, on finding love, about divine life partner. She will share with us, okay, about that. She's still single. She's still going to, if anybody watching that, she's single. Maybe one day she will find her divine life partner. She will share with you guys about what is divine life partner. And lastly, very special guest of mine. She was my first guest in my first episode. Yeah, and she is my cheerleader. She's been my supporter all the while she's been my supporter. She is my mother. I would say, really expert of relationship. Okay, so she have been my life coach for a long time. So, and my mentor, even in business, she's always been there for me. So, and because of her, that made me want to travel the world also to live, the story that I shared in my Facebook and my LinkedIn, or how I left Malaysia to find myself and finally find my love. I was inspired by my mother. Actually, she will share her story today. So okay, so let's welcome everybody up. Okay, let me see. Hello. Hi,
Hi.
everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi everyone.
Hi, everyone. Welcome for tonight's
Thank
show.
you.
Hi.
So before we even start, maybe I just want to see who is online. I want to see anyone who's online right now. Just let you know where you are watching from. Are you in Malaysia, outside Malaysia? Let us your name. Just let us know and say hello to us on the comment section. Okay. So let's do some a little bit of introduction. How about Shirley? Maybe share a bit about yourself, please.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Liz, thank you for having me here and having
Okay.
all these beautiful ladies here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I'm a life coach. I help people in their daily issues. I call myself life coach and healing facilitator because what I do is I also heal people. I teach about intuitive stuff, psychic stuff. I run a business. I run a training organization, and I'm an entrepreneur. And that's all. Single. Have been married before.
Thank you so much, Shirley. Okay, I'll invite Alwiza, my old friend of 20 years. Wait, let me unmute you. Okay.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you for having me. This is the first time that I'm doing this FB Live. I don't know what to expect really. And okay, just to introduce myself, my name is Alwiza. I am a mother of two. I've been married for 22 years now. Yes, I'm a yoga instructor part time. I full time. Actually a lawyer and a company secretary. I have my own firm. I've been running my firm for about 8 years now. So I've been in practice for years, over 20 over years as well. Um, and yes, part time I do some TV commercials, and I like to I like to have my hobby is really just outdoor activities, running. um I don't really cycle. Scuba diving, hiking, those are the things that I miss, during MCO.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing, Alwiza. Okay, let's have Niza Jana. Hi, Niza. Wait, let me unmute you. Oh, right. I can unmute you. Can you try and unmute yourself, Niza? Boleh tak? Oh, can you try and unmute yourself? Because I can't seem to unmute you. Boleh unmute ke? Okay. All right.
Hi.
Hi,
Thank you
Niza.
for having me. Thank you for having me, Liz. Hi,
Welcome.
everybody. Um, my name is Niza Jana. Um, I'm a mother of Ainus Niza, and I have five lovely children. Um, I'm a housewife, and I'm spending my time with my children.
Mm, thank you. You know what? You do amazing job as a mother. I tell you, because you have amazing children. I would love to hear your story later on and how you've been raising your kids to be who they are today. You're not just a housewife, you are just a super mom, I would say. All right. Lastly, I want to invite my mother, Maria Majlis. Unmute me. Mama, can you unmute yourself, mom, please? Unmute. Yeah. You have to press the unmute button. I don't know why you can't unmute. Can you unmute yourself? You have to press at the button of the mic. Lama. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, done.
Okay, done. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Awesome.
I am Melia, mother of 8, grandma of 10 beautiful grandchildren. I am entrepreneur and now turned a non-profit organization, a foundation, and founder. Tell you more about it. It's called Catalyst Worldwide Foundation, based in the US. I was originally from Negeri Sembilan, coming from very kampung family, very poor. My parents have got 10 children, but I have only 8, but I've got 10 grandchildren.
Mhm.
Um, I was educated in King George, Seremban, then Tengku Kusha College, and then I was in the ITM. I studied Chartered Institute of Secretaries from London, and then I did my accountancy and business studies. And later on, I did diploma in tourism in Switzerland, and I did my studies in Islamic studies in University International Islamic University. Also, I learned Arabic there. So, well, that's my academic, but mainly I have been an entrepreneur in many industries. I think one of them was media travel in tourism, and then I was doing the spa business. I also become the founder and chairman of a very very aggressive, very successful multi-level company, making tons of money. But and then I gave up everything, and I'm married to 4 handsome, gorgeous, wonderful men. Um, but I've got 8 children from the first 2 husbands. And I from the 3 husbands, I said I gave up, and now I'm married to an American man, the man of my dream. So I'm here to share with you how you can live your dreams effortlessly and easily, like Shirley said. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mama. Okay, now let's say everybody. I just want to check and see some of the audience here. Hi, Shaylee, hey, calling, they're tuning in from Cheras, and then we have also Zara, Keisha. Thank you for joining us. And we have here Druselin, Justina De Cruz. Thank you for joining us tonight. And then we also have, okay, Danor Shantini Sundaram. Thank you so much coming in from Kaja. Okay, so well, okay, for some time I've thought of about having this show, yeah, but I didn't know I wanted to talk about relationship and love, but I wasn't sure on which angle, right? So, and then there was a viral video, as you guys know, from Dr. Professor Muhaya, and there was a lot of people giving different feedbacks. Yeah. So, in my initial reaction when she said is bodo bodo and all that, was anger. Yeah. But then after a while, I went to watch her whole video, and I saw her whole context, and I saw 90% of what she says really makes sense, and there are a lot of powerful words that she says, and it really makes sense. Only probably 10% the way she say it, because for me I think maybe it's based on a fixed belief, but I respect her fixed beliefs because the fixed beliefs come from generations, so it's people have different fixed belief. So I really respect how she feels, but I just want to ask you, the panel speakers today. So, what do you think? How do we find love? When we find love, do we need to set ourselves in a certain way to attract this love? Maybe you can share. Maybe okay. How about I will ask the one who found love the first since young. Dari Zang cerita sikit. I will ask Alviza. Alviza, can you just share with us?
Okay, well, I think in my case it was accidental, obviously, because I don't think I was particularly looking for love. But coming from a Malay family, of course, my parents. I mean, they want me. I mean, I think they have a fixed idea of putting me through school and then through university, and then getting married to someone decent. So I think that is their expectation of me. So I grew up thinking it would be the case that I would actually, graduate from university and find someone. But I found, well, my true love when I was studying in university, in Bristol University. Of course, I wasn't particularly looking at that time, but yeah, it wasn't really love at first sight. I tell you, because um, we met at a party in Bristol, and I think we got close. I got close to him because I was helping him out with his assignments. So in actual fact, I was charging him for my for doing his coursework and all that.
What?
So
You were charging him? He was
yeah, so
doing his
that
homework?
yeah. So I charge some people to do their university coursework, which I now know that it's not the right thing to do, but that's how I survive in in England, and that's how I got to buy all this fancy stuff in England. So yes, so I started with that, and we got close because of it took a while before I went out with him. I think it was of course when you are young, there's just so many distractions, so many, not to say so many people. You have options, but I think I went with my gut, and he was the most genuine of them all. You have that vibe. He was sincere, and he wasn't. At the age of like 20 something, everybody wants to show that they are they're all that lah. They try to impress you with all sorts of things, but he wasn't doing all that, which was really great. So it was really sort of ease into it. So I sort of fell into love. Like it took years, but yeah, finally I think. And we as soon as I came back to Malaysia, we got engaged, and the year after we were married. And yeah, so that was 22 years ago.
Wow, amazing. Do you mind? I just want to share some of your pictures.
Oh, okay.
You can see, I tell you, Aloisa, for me, I've known her for 20 years and her husband too. They are one of the most loving couple that I know of. And if I were to have a perfect relationship, I would look at them. Oh my God, yeah, I want to have that kind of relationship. So
No, lah, I was not perfect, but what is good is that we're both the same age. We know about the same people because we met at university. So we share a lot of a lot of friends. We share a lot of network, a lot of interests. But at the same time, we're completely different from each other.
yeah.
He likes to make all these goofy photos, his goofy face, because he knows that I pay particular attention to photographs, but he knows how important photographs are to me. You see, it's all the photos.
But yeah, and I love looking at your photos and your family
Very
photos,
few
your
decent
kids.
photos, yeah.
So you make goofy face again here.
Yeah, always. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, look at this, and I think you wrote this was like how long ago? Quite some time, right? This picture.
Yeah, I think where was this?
I think you wrote somewhere in your Facebook, and you guys do together activities together, and I
Mm.
love this part. When you guys and look at this one, very romantic. Look at
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And this one. James
Oh,
Bond.
yeah.
Don't play,
So there
play.
are times there are times where he can get clean up and get dressed, but most of the time he does that just to please me lah, because he knows I like it lah. But otherwise,
So,
yeah.
but what are the key things that make you guys become really close? What are the key things that you guys look into in the
I think you have
relationship?
to appreciate that you are different. You will never be, you are different from each other. You appreciate the way they think. He thinks differently than complete. I would say that we're completely opposites. And we have, and that is supposed to be a good thing, because you don't want a clone of you. So it's not trying to change that person into being the person you want to be. You have to let that person be who he is, and love him for who he is. I think one thing I don't try to change the person, and I don't try to impose my belief. I mean, like I'm an early riser. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and he wakes up at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So it doesn't matter. He starts his day a bit later. He sleeps a lot later. I like reading. He likes to watch TV. It's fine. He likes to play games. I hate video games. It's our we have our differences, but that is what makes it interesting. Um, and appreciating what's different about each other, and respecting that we are different, and
Do you, yeah.
coexist
But at the same time, do you make effort to make things together as
Oh,
well?
definitely. I think we have all usually dinners, all meals together, and we try to. I alternate holidays, like one holiday just with him, one holiday with the kids. When we, those days when we get to go on holidays. So we try to alternate family holidays and just me and him, and we have date nights. It's almost like we still date. I feel like it's almost like we're still dating. It's we do spend
Wow.
a time together, just the two of us a lot, and of course, I mean, it's not that we're neglecting the kids, but we because a relationship need work. It requires a lot of work, and it's just you can't, it's something that you need to do, and you can't just say, oh, it's been 20 years, it gets boring. So I don't think we think like that. We just feel that, yeah, like it's almost like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like I've been with him 22 years.
Ah,
It's still discovering each other, and as we grow, there's new things to discover about each other.
wow, that's really amazing. That for 22 years you still feel like you're dating him and discovering him. Yeah. But
Yeah, because I feel, yeah, maybe because we are all changing, circumstances change, and yeah, definitely I don't see this relationship as boring. I think maybe people look at us and feel, oh, we're boring old married couple, but I certainly don't feel it's boring, because there's just so much to discover of each other.
okay. But how about like when you have your own business, you're a lawyer, you are climbing up the ladders. I mean, in corporate world, you're the go-getter, you become a beauty pageant, you're in the TV commercial, you're a yoga instructor, you do all that, right? So
Yeah,
for some,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
for
he
some
would ask me
husbands,
like,
yeah.
you would ask me, you need that penat girl, what else you want to do? It's just that I think he knows that I'm always I always feel that there's just things to be done. I just want to. I feel that it's not that time is running out. That's not the right word. I feel that every day on this earth we just have to be better each day. So there's just so much to do. I mean, like, I have my own firm now, but I do want to expand the firm. And the more people I hire, the more people I could help. And then, maybe as I get older, do a lot more charity work. There's just so much to do. And the good thing about him is that I think he understands that about me, and it doesn't mean that he has to be doing the same thing that I'm doing. He could be doing things at his own pace.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are always trying to do things. I mean, just because you do things together, it doesn't mean that, you are moving at the same speed. I mean, you can appreciate different things in due course lah, and whatever time that you need, you know.
Mm.
So he is really very supportive. For instance, I have a board meeting yesterday. It went on until 7:30, and I came out from this room, and like dinner is already ready. Because he knows how tired I will be after the meeting. So I don't think he has. I mean, I think women somehow feel that we just have to do everything, all the time. But
Right.
yeah, but it's just that if you have an understanding partner, it would help that, sometimes you just, when you're tired, it will help that someone help you out, and don't be embarrassed to ask for help, especially from your partner lah. Just ask for help if you need, if you need help.
Right. Awesome. Thank you so much, Alwiza. And I'm gonna ask next is I want to see Niza and the baby. Siapa tu? Hi Niza, maybe you can unmute yourself.
Hai.
Hai, siapa tu? Apa nama?
Edin.
Edin?
Aiden.
Aiden. Hai Aiden. Apa khabar? Baik? Okay?
Okay.
Okay, just to introduce, like I mentioned, Niza Jana is a home minister and a mother of Ainu Niza and 5 kids. And so Niza, maybe you can share with us macam mana you boleh jumpa dengan Saiful, like how did you talk in advance macam mana you nak raise your kids ke, value dia, because some people, I tell you, some parents including me, we don't agree in all how we going to raise our kids. Kan, ada couple tu seorang bapa nak macam ni, mak nak macam ni kan, but macam mana how you able to buat macam tu, yang you be together from the start? Is it you cakap how to raise the kid dari start ke, how do you do it? Maybe you boleh share macam mana your relationship dengan Saiful.
Liza dah kenal Saiful 25 tahun.
Wow.
Kami kenal sejak tingkatan 3 sekolah. Sekolah yang sama.
Yeah.
Lepas tu Niza masuk belajar, Niza ambil diploma in electronic engineering. Lepas tu Saiful tidak start kerja. Dia start kerja, dia terus masuk universiti. Dia kerja dekat Universiti Telekom. MMU, yes, dia kerja dekat MMU that time. And then sama macam Alwiza tadi, kita different character tapi kita fulfill each other. Dia dengan cara dia, Niza dengan cara Niza. Tapi sebab kita dah kenal lama, and then kita dapat serasi macam tu. Kita punya marriage sekarang, Saiful ada dekat sini, so macam ni macam
panggillah dia duduk sebelah you. Saiful, come here. Panggil Saiful. Saiful, come here.
Dia cakap, you tak boleh force I, dia kata macam tu. Okay, kita punya marriage dah 19 tahun tahun ni. Ain pun dah umur 17 kan. Itulah, love tu kita tak boleh nak predict kan. Masa kita kenal pun masa sekolah, tapi marriage tu orang kata dah jodoh kan. Macam tu lah. So untuk raise anak-anak ni, because kita orang ni Saiful tua setahun je daripada Niza. Dia tingkatan 5, Niza tingkatan 4 masa tu. And then beza tu tak banyak tapi karakter tu tak sama. Dari segi nak besarkan anak tu, masa Ain kecil dulu senang lah sebab Ain seorang, kita ajar dia pun macam, kita rasa macam tak ada pun something yang special kita ajar Ain ni kan. Cuma the way Saiful ajar anak-anak tu macam garang sikit lah. Dia tegas. Dia sangat tegas. Kalau salah, dia cakap salah. You cannot do this. Tapi macam Ain pun tegas sebab ikut dia kan. Dia kata, kenapa benda ni tak boleh buat ayah? Macam tu. So bila ada something happen, kita discuss sama-sama. That's how kita, sebab anak-anak ni lagi-lagi macam remaja. Ain dah umur 17, ada seorang adik dia lelaki umur 15. Remaja ni tak macam kita masa kecil. Kita buka buku, panggil dia baca, senang. Bila dia dah besar, kita nak ajak sama-sama tu agak susah. Tapi kita kena macam anak-anak saya kena discuss lah. Tak boleh macam kena ikut, macam nak cakap macam tegas tapi bukan keras. Bukan macam kita paksa. Tak, kita discuss kenapa benda ni boleh, kenapa benda ni tak boleh.
So that means you all macam sit down together and then both of you agree macam mana nak handle with your kids. Both of you agree. Kan?
Betul. Kalau kata ada yang tak agree, kita akan discuss balik. Even dengan Ain dengan yang Aiman pun macam tu. Dia duduk sama-sama and then discuss. Sebab bila dia dah sekolah menengah, ada few things yang cerita dia bawa daripada sekolah kan. Macam kes cikgu yang baru ni, diorang akan cerita what happened dekat sekolah. So kita discuss, kenapa cikgu tu buat macam ni sebelum kita buat apa-apa keputusan.
Ni I just want to share gambar romantika di Amo, you all dua orang dengan Saiful. This is both of you, and this is a family picture. Raya recently, right?
Ah,
Raya. All of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, teranya. Both are the boys and girls. Both for you again. So I can sense that your family is very, very tight together, very, very strong together. And what is amazing is macam mana keluar gambar, tak keluar gambar. Wah tak. It's both of you, all of you again. And then yang buat you all punya family famous, yang keluar yang ni. This thing started when she made school a safer place. So now she's been invited in a lot of talk kan. Dengan this one Harif Iskandar. Think campungan ni. Satu lagi make school a safer place. And then I think you got interview also, right? Recent dengan I this time. Campur dengan I punya sekali hari ni lah. Cepat tak ajak you. And then we have soon, I think Saiful will be, because Father's Day this Sunday, right? So kat sini tulis apa? Responsible dad. So he's going to be interviewed also, and which is really amazing. Really, really amazing. I really salute you on having this. What I can get that you agree together and do discussion. You takkan paksa your kids to listen to you. Yeah, thank you so much. Now I'm just gonna ask next is my mother. Okay. Okay, Mama, can you share with us like how did your journey dari one husband sampai ke husband number 4? I want to share. Yeah, what you find your husband? Yeah, did you find your husband? Did you knew what are the things that you think is important in a relationship?
Okay, the journey is a long journey because so far not many women in Malaysia have married 4 men in their life. Not many. Okay, but I think I have gone through life, love a lot, and this is my motto. I think I rather live and love, or not live and not love at all. So the men that I married, they were all God sent to me. They were blessings to me, and until now, I really am grateful to to Allah for bringing them in my life. But well, God only knows, that God saves the best, the last, right? So the best, the first husband, I really fell in love with him because first thing I look at the husband, maybe I'm bad, okay, I'm a bad person. First person I go for the physical look. I want the tall, dark, handsome type. I'm just like that. So all my husbands are all tall, dark, and handsome, except the fourth one, tall, dark, but blonde. So the rest are they are spiritual, they are mentally intelligent, they're qualified, and they are spiritual, are very got iman, alim sangat tak adalah, but very good person. So after, well, I like to tell you my first husband because that's Lee's father. What I remember, Lee's father, I met him when I was in the university. I was new. I was a junior, and a lot of seniors are looking for juniors, to catch. So I didn't know. I was very naive. 17 years old is young and don't know from kampong some more. But I got so many. It seemed I got so many men, boys who are senior than me, trying to get my attention. I didn't know that. But later, after Liz father said he was competing with about 3 men, they had a challenge. I prefer him most because he was good, not only good looking, but he was like glamorous. He was a lieutenant in the Air Force before he entered into university. So he's got quite a popular, glamorous guy. So yeah, so I went for him, but I think Lee's father was very kind, very very devoted, father, husband, and I think we lasted about 15 years with 4 kids. That's beautiful life. So and so as I can, third, and the last one, I said after third husband, I think enough is enough. I think I better go look beyond Malaysia on the
Oh,
outside world. I want
okay.
something different. I
Ma,
want, yeah,
can I share with the rest what happened? Che? I have to share.
yeah. Okay,
I have to
you
share to everybody.
you're the
Okay.
instigator.
You guys want to know how my mom found her fourth husband? My daddy Ken. Okay. Anybody wants to know?
I want
Okay.
to see the photos of
You
all
want
the
to see
husbands.
photos? All the husband. I show you the final husband je lah.
Oh, okay.
But I tell you, okay. So after the third husband, my mom, she was very depressed. She was very sad, because she doesn't date. She got married to my dad when she was what,
19,
19 years old, kan?
19.
19 years old. Just before she got married to my dad, she become like a beauty, macam you juga, Alwiza, tapi masuk beauty pageant semua tu, and then married to my dad. So where got time to date anybody? My dad straight away the first man marry. Then after my dad immediately second man, second husband. No time to date. And then the third husband also same, no time to date. Go third. So she only had 3 relationship in her life. That's it. Okay. So after that, when she got so depressed, she was how old? 51, 52.
52.
52 years old, my mother. So my mom was 52 years old. So she said she was so depressed and sad. And she come at that time, she used to live in a big house, bungalow house. So she's a businesswoman. And she lost all her money to due to the drama Minggu Ini with the third husband. so so that chapter is over. So she when her business are lost, money is lost, so she's really depressed and she needs to start all over again, right? So how does she start? Say, Mama, and I told my mom, there's not only men in Malaysia, So I was like, because that time, my ex-boyfriend, my first boyfriend was from England. He was living in Malaysia. There's men outside Malaysia also. Why don't you try internet dating? She's 52 years old. And then my mom said, what is internet dating? I said, what's internet dating? He said, okay, like this, ma. All you need to do, let's go take picture, make over. We make over you, okay? And then we take picture nicely, and we put up on this internet website dating, okay? Okay, my purpose, right? My purpose was just for her to get her confidence back. Be happy again. That's all. That was my main purpose. Little did I know, my mother really focused, man, focused. She really, I think she had more fun at 52 years old than she was at 19 years old. She was dating and she has this man all over the world, either coming to Malaysia or they go or she flies to the country in US and people buy the ticket and fly away. She was dating. There's one guy even moved himself to Malaysia to be with her. So I was like, oh wow. So finally she has so many choices, right? And she has few choices, and then one day she said, okay, I'm going to check out one of the choice. Okay, one of the choice. So she went to New Jersey to meet one of her choice. So and then one day she called me, Liza, what do you think? Should I choose love or money? Love or money? Because the one that she's being wife in New Jersey is, love. The other one, who's got jet, he's got private jet, he's got this thing, right? But then she doesn't like him. But this one, the one love, handsome, nice guy, and all that. So I said, Mama, you follow your heart lah. What does you? Next thing you know, I show you the picture. What happened? Tang, tang, tang. Before that, you want to see the picture? Makeover. I show. Anybody want to see the
Yes,
picture?
yes. Wow.
This at 52 years old. Okay, this was her.
Wow.
So this one, she had a beauty spa. Yeah. That was my mom. And then,
And for the internet dating, did she go on one type of, I don't know, app or like many?
One only.
Many ma, you start first you.
No, one only.
And this one, Tara kahwin dekat Las Vegas, dia telefon I. Should I marry him? He's asking me to marry. Okay lah, kahwin terus kat Las Vegas. That's her. Okay. So yeah, what do you think? You guys want to know, would you guys dare to do something like that? My mom did it at 52 years old. So don't worry lah. Tak ada jodoh lagi sebab career ke apa, don't worry. You will find, insyaAllah. Alright, so Mama, continue to your story. Sorry, I hijacked.
That last our my present now Ken, my last husband, the last one until we die. He surpassed everybody, my previous husband's time with me. The rest was 15 years, 14 years. But now my husband, we are going to celebrate our 16th anniversary in July next month. So,
bravo.
But the beautiful thing is this, I think God sent, because this is the best ever time of my life, because I have no more kids to look after, no babysitting, no therapies, and just two of us living in a condo. And, we don't miss anything because I've, living in huge houses and, big 8 bedrooms and, 14,000 square feet house is nothing to me. And in New Jersey, in the US, my husband lives alone in a 4-bedroom house, like a single house. So, and then during winter, he's got to do shovel or snow or that, or in autumn or fall, he's got to, I got to, scrape those falling leaves, or, and you have to look after your home. But here now, we are living in Shah Alam in a very beautiful place at Sri Alam Condominium. It's like a resort place here with like 6 swimming pools in 3 blocks. So beautiful. And we have got nothing to worry about. We just worry about each other. We look after each other. And then the beautiful thing about this relationship with my husband, I never felt being treated like queen before. I want feeling like I am the only woman in the whole world for him, and he is the only man that I got to look and care for in the whole world. I treat him like king and he treats me like queen. Can you imagine? Every time I get out from the house, he will open the door for me and let me out and hug me. And at the night before I sleep, he's the one who put all the shit for me, get ready all the bed for me. And if I'm late, he asks me to come in. So I mean, it's so special. But that this relationship is not easy. I could have left so many years ago. But then one thing I learned about relationship, we must be committed. That's no turning back. Be committed. And then, whatever differences you have, there's going to be a lot. But then what ties you is the little things that is important. So he is so different. It's Mak Saleh, and he doesn't want to see many people. He's an introvert. I'm an extrovert. I like to go and see a lot of people. He wants to stay inside the house, stay in with all his gadgets and all that. He likes Mak Saleh food, Western food. He likes cheese and all that. I like sambal belacan. He likes bread. I like my some. I like all my rice. All right. So we are so different. A lot of things, but all the differences. I love him because also that I am actually a visionary. He is a person who is an analytical engineer. He's a very detailed person, systematic. Everything is, one after another. He's slow, like I told you, but he does make things happen. Slow. He walks slow. So I walk too fast. I will walk in front of him, but he's okay. He doesn't feel bad that he's walking, behind me, like some people don't like, right? and and then he does all my IT stuff. Would you like to have your IT support in the house 24 hours a day? You know, who fix up all the gadgets, and then I don't have to buy things. He's the one suddenly buy me a new computer. He's buying me an MSI computer just last week. I don't know what is MSI, but he did it for me. Everything he fixed up. So I don't know about internet. Dating also, Lisa, who's showing to me before. But I'm slowly learning it. So what I learned about being in this relationship and find love is not about getting love from people. Love is about inside us. We have to have love ourselves first before we are able to love other people. If we don't love ourselves, we don't have how we want to give love to other people. We are always thinking about ourselves. And
Right.
God, and we think people will love us. No, and we always want to give power to others to give our happiness. Why we do that? Because we feel low self-esteem. We don't have confidence in ourselves. We think we are not worthy to get married to somebody better than us, better. Oh, we want to catch the first one. No, takut hilang. Kalau hilang, regret, guilty. Oh, I just missed him, I want to get back to him. Oh, no. No, it's not that. I feel very confident in myself. At 53 years old, so I'm confident I can get married. I can get somebody very, my dream man. All the physical, spiritual, everything, because I already designed my husband. I designed my husband. When I found him, oh my God, when I met him, when I first arrived in the USA at the airport, it was winter. And then I was cold. And then I saw this guy came in, very tall and good looking. He's blonde, he's got green eyes. Oh my God, him. How do I deserve this guy? And so, I want kids. He's single. He's single person. He's never married he's married when he was still young for 5 years. And then he never got married. Before he met me, he was single for 27 years. So when I met him, wow, how lucky I am to have met him. My God, this God sent. I have 8 children and grandmother some more. Who wants me? I saw this handsome. I think so handsome to me. My God, he's better looking than all the Hollywood actors or Bollywood actors. To me, all right. See,
Tu dia.
I fell in love with
Happy
him.
for you. Very happy for you.
Love with him. So we live happily ever after. But I suggest, this is beautiful condo. We really have a fairy tale wedding in Las Vegas. And the person who married us was look like Elvis. Macam mana this like fairy tale? Mana dapat? I think not many women experience this, in Malaysia especially, right?
Yeah.
So I am so honored and privileged to share this with you people. I'm so happy that I think whoever wants to get married, young people, believe in yourself that you deserve the best in the world. You have to have options. You have to have choices before you make a decision. I have 5 or 6 people who really wanted to marry me. You really want to, give me everything. But I chose one, because I learned my lessons before. I had no choice. I married all my boyfriends. All right. So I married all my boyfriends. So I had no chance to go into relationship, all that. But one thing I love is that I fell in love with all my ex-husbands, with all my husbands. I fell in love and I love them all.
Yeah.
Okay. This is my lasting love for that until I die. So everything, the young woman who listen to this, a married woman also, a divorcee woman, think that you are worthy to get, the man of your dream. You must think about yourself that you are worthy, that you deserve to have the best of your life. You do not depend on anybody to have to give you happiness, to give you everything you want. No, because you have to depend on Allah, depend on your God, because Allah said in our prayers in the Surah Al-An'am, ayat situ Allah said, call inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alamin. See, this is in a salat, our prayers, our worship, our inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya, hidupku, wa our life, and wa mamati, and our death is for Allah. Why you want to think the man is God? All right, man is not God. Man is just could be your partners in life. You are equal. All right. Without woman, without Eve, Adam has got no children. Okay. So woman is very powerful. So
Thank
so be confident, be powerful, have that self-esteem. Don't have the fear of the unknown. Go for your dreams. All women, go for your dreams. Don't think that you are less than the man. All
Thank
right.
you, Mama. Thank you so much. Okay, now lastly, I want to ask on this chapter is my love guru. My love guru is Shirley. So Shirley, as you know, maybe unmute yourself. Uh, okay, Shirley. Okay. So maybe you can share with us. Is there such thing as meant to be with someone? Do we look for somebody? Is that, I mean, like, how do we know that person is meant to be for me? Is this, do we find love or what do we do? I mean, and then
That's an
when we, yeah. So
okay,
how
like
do
I
we?
agree with you. Here says, first step is to love yourself. When you love yourself, there's a change. Your heart chakra opens. When you
Mm,
start loving, caring for yourself, you have this worth and you know what you want in a person. You must start thinking about that. And when you start doing that and filling yourself with that, making
mm,
space with it and filling yourself with that true love, automatically the heart chakra opens, and then automatically the sexual chakra as well opens. And the call, your compatible soulmate will go.
mm.
It will reach. Because
Right.
God is always kind, and God only provides what we ask for. What we don't ask, God cannot provide. So you do go out and look for your soulmate. You need to put some effort, of course. So there are many
Mm,
ways of putting effort. Like Theta healers, we do belief work on ourselves. We can see what needs improvement. We
right.
can learn from people. So for example, I cannot ask for someone who is kind if I don't have the kindness. It's not fair. Yeah, I cannot ask
Oh,
for someone who's loving
right.
when I don't know how to love myself. How can I give if my glass is empty and I'm hoping someone will come and complete me?
Mm,
Yeah, the energy will change. It's like it's never going to be enough. And that person will be of different vibration, and that person marriage will not work, will not last, the relationship will not last.
So how do you know if you meet somebody is not just on ourselves, but whether they are compatible? What are the things that you need to look out for? So what do you think like, is it a go or no? Sometimes people think, oh, maybe this is a go or maybe it's a no, So how do they know?
Okay. So many clients come and ask me this question, and I tell them, Do you have feelings for this person?
Right.
You use your heart first. Do you have feelings for this person? And if you feel that you're attracted to the person, okay, you can start dating.
Right.
You can start dating. If you are into dating, you can start dating. And you need to get to know the person. What's the person's character? We need to know what we truly want in our partner. Same, the partner needs to know, the male needs to know what they truly want in a female. Men are pretty simple, darling.
Ah,
Uh, they are pretty simple. So we need to know what we want in the partner, and as soon as we recognize the patterns in the person, we make a prayer, right? When we know what we want, we make a
mm,
prayer to our God. Ask God, I want a person. I want a tall, short, tall, whatever. Badan tegap, badan sasa, kurus, whatever you want. Be very specific. Be specific with the gender as well.
mm.
For certain people, like for me, stability is very important. Someone who doesn't get intimidated is very important. Balanced ego is very important. Kindness is very important, and funny. The person must be funny. So once you make the request, and when God provides that person, you look out for signs. Ask God, where will I see? Do I need to go out? Do I need to be in any specific places? But mostly men like to hunt. Men are created to hunt. So men like to come and look for the women. That's
Oh, so
yeah.
but
Other
then but does
thrill.
the woman need to make themselves available and rather than wait at home waiting for
Yes,
things to happen? Do they
yes,
need to?
definitely, definitely. You cannot sit down and say, okay, I made my prayer already. Okay, God, you do it for me, and just stay at home, relax, don't do anything. No. You need to show that you are available. Open your heart. Open your heart. Whatever wounds that you have of the past, you need to release and heal it.
Mm.
Then you have space to invite it, and you need to send the invitation out. I invite this man into my life, or I invite this woman into my life.
So that means the person have to have that energy of invitation as well and create that
Yes,
space and release the pain first and
yes,
before they can and empty the space and then only then the new love can come in.
yes, yes, yes.
I see. Okay. So okay. And then what happens? There are some people who are already in the relationship, right? And maybe some people already in a marriage. Maybe in a marriage for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. And sometimes they go apart, right?
Mm-hmm.
So because they don't have that drive anymore. So what do they do in that situation?
What do you mean? What do they do?
What should they do? Should they sit down and talk, or what do you need to do in order to find out whether they should stay in the relationship or out of the relationship?
Okay.
Ah,
Very important is setting ground rules before you start a relationship, or those who are in a relationship. It's never too late. You can set ground rules, what you will tolerate, what you will not tolerate in a, from each other. Not only the women setting ground rules. Simple thing as not sleeping, not going to bed in anger.
mm.
Simple ground rules like that. If we have anything, let's sit down and discuss. And simple things like I will not tolerate if the what infidelity. So once you have the ground rules, that will help. That will help get a guideline. You'll have a guideline for a relationship, and if you really feel that it's not working, do put some effort. Talk it out. Talk it out. There's so many virtues that we can ask in our prayer to God. We can ask for tolerance. We can ask for compassion. I believe consideration is very important. We need to considerate each other. People come into a relationship, they are not healed completely, correct or not? There are so many things to learn from each other, and we know the pain. Some people, they behave that way because of their background, what they have gone, they have experienced in their life. We need to have that open-mindedness to understand where is this person coming from, and patience in teaching and learning from each other. We are also growing, and they are also growing. So give it a go. Give it time. Talk to each other. Ask yourself whether this person is truly what you want. One good thing to do if you want to break up. This is what my teacher told me. Write 10 things, 10 good qualities that made you fall in love with your mate. Yeah, right. Right. And good qualities. And you look at the qualities. Do you really feel that you want to break up or you want to go separate ways? While you're writing your hati the book, you remember already. Lah. If you can't remember, force yourself to write. Both
Awesome.
male and both husband and wife. And that is a good thing to help a relationship, and make a prayer to God. Ask God to bless your marriage, give guidance on what areas we can improve on. So many ways, so many ways.
Wow. Okay, talking about ground rules. So I want to ask my all the married ones here, do you guys have ground rules if those who are married before you get married, or do you not? Just share with us if you do have any ground rules that you make before you get married, or you do it after you get married. So maybe I want to ask, maybe Alwiza, did you make any ground rules when you get married? Anak tanya.
Yes, yes, because I'm the lawyer here.
Yalah, before you kahwin kan, did you make any ground rules ah?
I think I was really not, to be honest, I did not do any due diligence or whatever, before I got married, because I got married at the age of 25. I got engaged at 24. So I didn't really, I things that people do now, you have everything, all this like online thing that you can learn about the partner personality, all this kind of thing. I didn't do any of those. It's just I was just, I suppose go with the flow kind of thing. You just go where your heart takes you. So no, I didn't, to be honest, I didn't have those like ground rules. It's just like because we were both young, and as we grow older together, when we realize what the other person doesn't like, what you don't like, so we try to avoid all these little pitfalls, and we just try to coexist, and just to make sure that you don't piss each other off lah. So no set rules as such. It's just that it become, because we spend so much time together, like a lot of things are unspoken. We don't really have to say everything, but we just know that what the person likes, what the person doesn't like, what the person love, what the person doesn't love. Yeah. So
Wow.
maybe the rules are there, but it's just not written.
Not
Yeah.
written or spoken. So you
Yeah.
along the way, you guys know what is not to do and not to do. You already like
Yeah.
somehow adjust it accordingly.
Yeah, I think in my 20s or early 30s, it was quite a struggle, because I think like I wanted to get it out of him, like, oh, tell me about it. You want this confrontational thing, but sometimes it doesn't work that way. You want to get something out of someone, you can just pry it off him. So is as you get to know yourself better, I think that you get to know your partner better. You really have to know yourself, how to, what makes you angry. Maybe you are deflecting on him. So I feel that as I get to know myself and I get to know him better, so now I think our relationship is better in my 40s. I would say more stable, more calm, and we don't really get into all these like huge fights like we used to when we were younger, because I think at that point both of us are not as mature as we are now. And not trying to get into this relationship, and when the children are young, it's quite challenging. And when you're building your career, there's a lot of elements that come into play. But you have to have faith, and you have to, like your mom said, be committed to this cause, and just because you don't agree on certain thing, it doesn't mean I hate you, or I want to break up, or I want to divorce. So we always find ways of,
Okay.
of trying to manage whatever problems that we have.
I want to say here, Amin says, but now you mentioned it's time to reset expectation. Now let's talk about expectation. Which is it? Is it that we should not expect anything, or we should have these ground rules? Which is it that we should be doing? Any of you want to answer this? I will put in. I just want to say hello there, Saiful. Thank you for coming and joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, maybe you want to answer that. You rasa yang mana penting? Is it don't expect anything or do the ground rules? Which one?
For me again, I think both has a significant impact towards our life lah. Kan kita kena ada expectation, and then we do also need to set the ground rules. But then we must understood that our life ni kan it is a journey. It is a journey. You cannot just simply okay. This is the ground rules, and then as time changes, we need to improvise. We need to change things so we can still live happily to the any other challenges in the future. Especially macam bila dengan family, kids kan. Memang even me like my wife masa anak kecil-kecil, it is much more easier to handle them, you know. But then when they are dah jadi besar ni kan, dah jadi teenagers, you know, teenagers kan they tend to be rebellious kan. Ni masa pun kita dah go through such time dulu-dulu. So it is very important for both of the apa ni couple tu untuk understand each other. Yes, you have to set your ground rules, and then at the same time you need to have an expectation out of it. And don't worry because when we see things from the perspective of love, everything will be better, and we're not looking for apa things to blame each other. You know, you need to build your foundation of understanding and trust. This is the most important thing, I think.
Do you
Yeah,
do
I
those
completely
ground?
agree.
Yeah. So do you do ground rules for your kids as well?
Yeah, of
Like
course. Yeah. Especially in terms of the moral values kan, itu memang kita kena bagi clearly, and then but then parents do mistake as well. This is the thing that you need to make sure that your kids do understand that, you know, they have the freedom, they have the right to tanya balik what's going on ke kalau dia tak puas hati kan. It's not like macam bila parents bagi rules, no, you just buta-buta kena ikut. It's not like that lah for us.
So Shirley, do you want to comment on that about which is in terms of ground rules and expectations? Because I'll just share my own experience. Like before I got married, I was expecting it's gonna be like this, and then after I got married, sekali it's not like that. You know, I think a lot of people are like that. They expect that. Oh, I thought it's gonna be like this. Suddenly dah ada kahwin. Kenapa tak macam ni kan? So, what do you think?
Expectations are good. And it's okay to have expectations. And when I talk about ground rules, I'm not talking about writing rules and telling firm and fixed. It's things that matter to you. Things that matter to you. If you really want your spouse to be honest, you see, some people they need to be told. They don't know that lying is not okay. They don't know. They don't know. Some people feel condemning mak mertua, father-in-law, mother, it's okay. It's okay. But in a relationship, if it matters to you, if it's for me, very simple. I respect parents, no matter what. No matter what they do, I respect. I lived with my in-laws for 2 years. So for me, when I got married at the age of 21, the ground rules was very simple. I told my ex-late husband, do not have an affair. No other girls. No, I will not tolerate that. I cannot. And second thing is, do not make fun of our parents. Let's agree not to. And third thing is, do not hit me. Do not ever hit me. If you have anything, if I don't understand, you open your mouth and tell. You do not do a physical abuse, verbal abuse, any form of abuse. I will not tolerate that. That's all. Very simple. Very simple. And it was very important to me because I have seen things in my eyes, and true enough, the person understood. And I also said that working hard, let's work hard and make it a success. Let's work together. If I'm not around, you assist me. I needed this, but I didn't know, I didn't learn all this, but I understood from looking at my mom and my dad, where I come from an Indian family. So when I see my mom does everything for the children. And I noticed my mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law, ex-mother-in-law, she does everything. So when I see that, I saw, why are they doing everything? And I saw that she taught her eldest son, how to clean the house. Yeah. So I was working. When I went back home, he beginning, he used to sit down and watch movies. I'll be like busy dah lah kerja kan, then go back, cook, wash the clothes. Oh, by the time by the time end of the day, then I thought of it. I said, how is it that his brother can do housework a bit? So I needed to ask him. He didn't know that I expected him to do it. He didn't know. And the beautiful soul thought, okay, she wants to do it, let her do. Because I'm strong, right? Okay, she never let her do it. So when I opened my mouth and said, I would, can you help me a bit, help me out at home? I cannot manage this. I'm working and I'm tired. What do you want me to do? Okay, you jaga luar. You jaga luar rumah, you do the watering and everything. You help me with the dishes. Simple only. So that I can cook on time and we can watch Everybody Loves Raymond. Those days. Lah. And he was like, okay, Ken. So he didn't know. This is what I meant by ground rules. We need to express, communicate what we truly want. But it's okay to have expectation. It's okay. Expectation after getting to know a person. After getting to know a person. You're on mute, darling.
Sorry, after dating, you expect before dating or after dating?
While dating pun okay. You can have this, okay, I expect. So before you date, you can have that expectation, okay, I want my man needs to be like this. At least stable. Stable. So that is you're expecting, you're not expecting from that person, you're expecting from God. You're expecting from God, you're asking God, I want this type of person. And when the person comes, you must have that faith and trust that the person is already like that.
I see. Okay. Yes. So there's another thing I want to ask the panelists. When we talk about career, about women and men, and sometimes the woman has to choose whether they should pursue their career. Sometimes they need to sacrifice to take care of the family or something like that. So what's your view in that? Should they sacrifice, or is it, what do you think about that? And anybody, maybe one of you? Okay, Alwiza, because you are the career woman.
No, I think whatever decision that you make, you already make the decision together, right? So you don't look back and doubt yourself and say, oh, I should have been, because some people, when they're working, they feel that, oh, I'm missing out on my kids. My kids are at home, I'm not taking care of my kids. And then when they are at home, they feel like, I'm losing out on this, climbing the ladder and all that. So you will never be happy. So you have to have faith and confidence that whatever that you have chosen, right, it is already the best for you. Even if, let's say, you don't get the promotion this year, it could be that you get it next year. So don't think that, I regret certain decisions, because I don't believe in that. I believe that whatever decisions that you have made is because you really think long and hard about it, and you come to that decision together with your spouse. So after that, it's just moving forward and making the best of it, and maybe a little bit of setback here and there, let's say, like I said, you don't get the promotion, then inshallah you will get it soon. Or you miss out on your child punya, getting hadiah in school, whatever, you'll be there next year. So don't be hard on yourself when you miss out, because there's always a little bit of struggle, trying to be everywhere at the same time. It's not easy. But if you think that you are on the right path, then you won't be so hard on yourself, and you know that this is what is meant to be. Right. So I don't think I have any regrets. I think I've been at the office quite long period of time when I was practicing as a lawyer. There were times that I was in the office past midnight and all that, and then I make time. I make quality time during the weekends, to be with them. So I think some people, when they complain about not spending time with the kids, when they actually have time spent with the kids, they're not really spending quality time. The quality time is important, not just I don't know, being angry with them for this, if they're not performing well, whatever. You have to be there, through good times and the bad times. There are good times and bad times. Sometimes you take it out on the children because you are not happy yourself. So that's what we try to avoid. We have to be happy at whatever stage in our life. at the office, you'll be happy. At home, you're happy. So just carry on, like that lah. Don't look back and regret. That's all.
Thank you so much. Okay, Mama, you were your whole life a businesswoman until your last husband, which is which you can. From the time when you started with Papa, also with my dad, so you were a housewife, and then you go into become a businesswoman. So, what do you think about? Do you think that uh, could you balance? You think is supposed to sacrifice for the family, or what do you think in your situation? You are experiencing this in both sides. Your mute, Mama.
How do I do mute again?
Oh,
Yeah.
dah. Okay.
All right. I think different women marry to different for different type of men. Not everybody are the same. When I was young, the reason why you get married and you have to concentrate on your business or your job. No, it's economical because of economic. The wife don't want to work. The wife want to stay at home and look after the husband and the children. Normally, the woman want to serve the husbands, especially for Asian, Malaysian too. We want to stay like I was totally committed to my first husband, when I was young, before I did business. I served him with Lisa and the brother at that time, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years old, and I had no maid, no full-time maid. So I had to take care and really serve the husband, cook for him breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All right. And I did everything, look after the kids. No, nothing. I did for myself. And I found that his gaji is too little. And in the end, his gaji was only about less than 300 ringgit at that time. Then I have to work extra to bring money, selling Tupperware, Pyrex, and all the other things. And I had more than him, double. So when I find double, and I had my mother in the kampong with 6, 7 children, young brothers, sisters to feed. So my father died already, so I got to support them. So with my money, I got to support. So there's no saying that I cannot get out and spend time to do business. So then we got to pay. Then he pays for electricity, water, and rental. Only the food I got to pay. Then we want to buy a house. So he's with his pay to buy a house. So I got to do business. So once you want to elevate yourself to higher level, you need money, you need fund. So how are you going to find it? If the man has only a job, the woman must do something to have a better life for the children. And my family in the kampong need support, my brothers and sisters, to do the schooling. So I got to work. I worked so hard, and for my businesses after that, and in the end, can you imagine that by the time I was 28 years old, I was able to buy a house for 1 million cash. At 32 years old, I was living in the house with my, that time, starting with, with 4, and then I have another 4 more later. So I bought a house when I was 28 years old at 1 million. I worked so hard. My husband was easy for him. I can have money to invest into properties and all that. But as far as the working together with my ex-husband was very good. He looked after the family, take them out for outings, and took care of my, and investments. We work together. But later on, the challenges are getting bigger because economy doesn't stay all the time good for us. It went down, financial crisis. How? So then, companies close, and your car's been taken away, mortgage, things to buy, even though it's cash. But I finance my business for the house, and then this is trouble again. And I had 4 maids at that time to look after my kids because why? Because I have to spend more time in the business. So then the repercussion in the end of the day, years later, the kids felt left out, abandoned. They show love more to the father, not to me, because I left them. So you have to balance. You have to balance. And more so when you get divorced from the father, you know, they think I am the one's wrong. So this is really, you need, when you are married, oh my please, you all got to stay committed. Got to stay committed. You don't turn around. No matter what happened. There is no expectation in the real sense, but because that Shirley said expectation, because you expect something from Allah, from God, definitely, right? But when it doesn't happen, it's all right. It just make it like a possibility. Why not? You don't feel anything if you don't get it. Just possible. Why not? So you take it upon yourself to lift up your family life. Do whatever it takes to support each other. And then if you have a problem, don't think that you will be submissive. I got to serve him all the time, wash clothes for him, feed him, cook for him, and then you know, and let's serve him that way. No, you are partnership. Like my husband now, he cooks his own. He orders online anyway. I don't have to worry all his food. But he wash his own clothes. You see, I wash my clothes. So we are you know, we are living, existing. I just love it. You know, so I don't have to cook for him. I don't have to wash for him. But I tell you what, there's two-person in this house. The expectation again. Tell the people what you want, what you like, what you don't like. This has to stay impeccable. There's two-person here. If I don't do it, you do it. If you don't do it, I do it. You know, don't blame each we blame you can blame each other, but both are equally responsible.
Okay. Thank you, Mama. I'm just gonna ask Saiful and Niza. Okay. So Saiful and Niza, like both of you kan. I understand macam Niza, you shared in your Facebook that Niza was studying and then you start working, kan? When masa you are kahwin, and then Niza was ni, and then you decide to stay home, right? As a homemaker, jaga family instead of working. So how do you guys able to? And then later on now, and then you were saying that you were getting a bit sick, and then Niza is helping the family pula. So how do you guys do that kind of balancing together and make that decisions together?
Buat sama-sama kan? Kita buat sama-sama. Bila macam at the beginning dulu masa mula kami dapat Ain, masa tu Niza anak yang sulung dalam family Niza. Mak dah hantar belajar and then suddenly you decide untuk tak nak bekerja. Mak dengan ayah Niza rasa macam, are you sure? Betul ke Niza tak nak kerja? You nak ikut husband you? Masa tu abang nak pergi Arab ya bang? Kita nak kena pindah pergi bukan Arab, Abu Dhabi. Betul ke kita nak kerja? And then saya cakap sekarang ni Niza tak nak kerja dulu, and then later on maybe ada rezeki kita kerja. Niza cakap macam tu. And then kita ikut dia kerja kat sana. Niza tak kerja, duduk dekat rumah jaga Ain. And then bila kita balik Malaysia pun sama juga sebab dia still bekerja. And then I'm happy dengan anak-anak Niza. Walaupun I ada certificate kan, tapi I rasa sangat happy lah dengan anak-anak kan. It is never about sacrifice. Ain pun pernah tanya dengan Niza macam ni, Mama, you ada diploma kan, kenapa you tak kerja? Masa tu Niza macam, sebab Ain tanya kan, Niza macam, apa nak jawab ni ya? Kenapa you tak pilih untuk kerja? Yes. Dia sebagai remaja kan rasa macam, you ada kebolehan dan you tak bekerja. In fact, anak-anak Niza, semua Niza yang ajar, baik membaca, mengira kan, walaupun dia orang sekolah, still I guide them. Ayah dia memang tak campur lah. So you pandai. Kenapa you tak kerja Mama? So, I cakap because saya suka sangat berada dengan anak-anak. I sangat bahagia. Walaupun Niza dekat rumah, buat kerja rumah semua, Saiful kena masak juga tau.
Wah, bos Saiful.
Sebab kita kerja sama-sama. Bila I kerja, dia jaga anak-anak. Bila Niza, abang kerja, Niza jaga anak-anak. Macam tu kita ganti-ganti. So anak-anak ni ambil contoh.
And
Mm.
benda ni teamwork lah. Ini teamwork. Kan? To have a successful family, untuk bahagia dengan spouse, dengan anak-anak, is a teamwork effort yang okay, at this moment, what can I do to help? Kalau I tak boleh, then what you can do to help? So because um, anyhow, this is the condition that we are living in. Ada masa yang I can work and I can get good income, then kita boleh support the family. And at this moment, with my health condition, somehow Niza have to support that on that matter. Kan? So it takes two sides, both of us to make sure things
Yeah.
happen. Kan? It's not like macam this is your role and then that's it. This is yours and I don't care anymore. Kalau you love each other, you must, kita kena support each other lah. It's a teamwork.
Even I tanya, Mama, kenapa you bila you nak kerja sekarang and then you choose jadi cleaner je? Yes, I choose jadi cleaner sebab I kerja 2 hari je jadi cleaner tu. 2 hari je. And the rest of the day, I still dengan diorang lagi. Just to support family, bukan untuk I nak dapatkan I boleh dapat kerja lain, but then I suka that condition bila dekat balik dengan family. That's me, that's for me. Orang lain tak ada career, go on. I tak saya macam bila yang pasal kes Profesor Muhaya tu, I rasa macam you ada choices. It's a privilege. You boleh choose untuk jaga career you. You can have both. You boleh dapat kasih sayang and then you juga boleh ada career untuk support family you. That's a good thing. Kita perempuan jangan rasa macam kena sacrifice. Yes, ada yang sacrifice. Aku kena jaga anak aku. That's why aku tak pergi kerja. That's wrong. For me, it's not a sacrifice. I choose to.
Yeah, the most important thing. Yes, choose. It's a choice. Yes. That is very, very powerful. I think all of us, most important, kan Shirley, maybe you can share a bit about the choice, about the motivation for a person who who decide to them is sacrifice for the family. Yeah.
So I would see if a person thinks it's a sacrifice at the end of their journey, if it's not reciprocated, there'll be bitterness. I would rather see this ikhlas, whatever you want to do. You want to work, you want to stay at home, be sincere about it. Ikhlas. Ikhlas, do it with all your heart. Do it with all your heart and have good teamwork. Like what the son said, Ain's father said. Good teamwork, that's very important. Do it with sincerity. If you feel if you're not working and you feel like you want to contribute, you want to work, just ask. Teamwork and ikhlas, that's all.
Thank you. Shirley, maybe you want to share the book that you shared with me earlier? Yeah.
Okay, this one.
Yeah.
So for
Finding
those,
yourself.
yes. So for those looking for a soulmate or want to know more about soulmates, get this book. I have copies of this. You can contact Liz. It's about finding your soulmate, or you can get it on internet as well, Amazon. It gives good guidance about soulmates, the types of soulmates. Like what Alviza said, you don't want someone exactly like you, a twin flame. I always ask myself, can I live with me? I would love to have manja with my mate. I'm very strong. I'm very capable. Independent since young. That's how my father trained me. Do I want to be with someone exactly like me? You do your thing, I do. So this is good guidance.
Who is the author of the book? That one just now, Finding Your Soulmate?
Vienna Stibel. I have lots of stocks. Kalau siapa nak, I can send. It's Vienna Stibel.
Where is she from?
America. She's the creator, the person who created the Theta Healing modality.
Oh, I see.
It's
So
a very
even if you found your soulmate, you can still read that book lah. Just
yes,
to understand.
that's the most important thing. So you already find your soulmate, you already with your soulmate, you're already married. And perhaps there are some certain things that you would like to shift. So you can always manifest for virtues to make you more compatible. Literally, that's what I did for Liz. I didn't do anything. I didn't help her much. I just made them more compatible. We can always ask God to bless the relationship. Add on blessings of love, blessings of compassion, blessings of consideration in that relationship to make it more bright and shiny. So this book is
Wow.
good if you want to get that. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Shirley, maybe any last words from you for the audience? And I just let the audience to know if you want to uh Shirley she's a love guru, so she does
No,
couple
no, no, no.
love guru, sorry, love guru
My
lah.
friends call me that. No, please. No, 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 no. I love love. I've fallen in love many times and I love to fall in love. But
So
I'm not a love guru.
okay, she has helped me a lot. So if you want to have sessions with her, you can have session with her. You can book a session with her. Please reach out to her. You can comment, give a comment in it. Any last words for our audience, Shirley, before I go to other panels?
No,
Any?
to share. I think good.
Thank you so much, Shirley. Okay, how about Alviza? Any last words for the audience?
No, I think
Tips,
especially
tips.
for those yang mencari jodoh, mencari cinta, whatever, and still have not found or found and lost it. I mean, don't despair lah. Don't put a timing on yourself because like your mother lah, at the age of 50 something, they found the soulmate at the age of 53. So there is no don't give yourself such tight timeline or I think now during MCO people are feeling a little bit down.
Yes.
Half the time you go out, you in your mask, nobody can see you. How are you going to meet people? Right? Give it time. Everything will happen in due time. When the time comes, it will happen. So we have to have faith, like you said just now, open your heart and be positive about it. Inshallah, it will come. And even if it doesn't, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world to be alone. Just spend this time investing in yourself, learn about yourself, do a lot of self-reflecting, so there's plenty to be done. So either way, either with someone or you're alone, it's fine either way.
Yeah. Okay, Mama, any last words, Ma?
I would say to the people who about to be married or wants to get married, whether young or divorced, think about you reaching out your dreams. Do not live other people's life. Do not fear of the unknown. Just be strong, be courageous to move forward for you, not for others. All right.
Thank you, Ma. Okay, this one loving couple ni. Please share with us apa-apa nasihat you nak bagi those yang dah dalam relationship. Cerita sikit apa tip.
Okay, nasihat. I think to everyone out there kan, don't blame yourself lah. Love will come to you when you are ready. Then don't let other people say things to you and you accept it because your sister and kerja career not money. Just go with the flow and stay positive and because everyone have their own timings. So jangan terlalu terpengaruh dengan nasihat-nasihat mereka-mereka yang mungkin ada title but then it's not apply to your own life. That's what I can say lah.
Situasi kita berbeza, journey kita pun berbeza. Cerita kita kalau dibukukan pun berbeza-beza. Masing-masing ada keunikan dia, ada sejarah dia tersendiri. Okay.
Thank you so much, apa Saiful and Niza. That's really thank you for all of your sharings. I did have a lot of takeaway from you all. I belajar banyak sangat malam ni. For those maybe who's watching, thank you so much for watching. Maybe you can also share what are your takeaways from the panel or speakers tonight. We have so many great tips. Great tips. For me, I rasa yang paling penting, I think, is to find happiness in us first and love us. Self-love kita dulu, have our own happiness. If you, just like Awiza said, if you can be happy alone by yourself and you can be happy and enjoy yourself, then you can really get the love to someone, to get the love to come to you. I rasa macam itulah. I think so. I think everybody here has given such amazing sharings tonight. Thank you so much for everyone for joining, and for you guys on the panel, jangan tutup lagi and kita end broadcast, we stay stay on. Don't leave. Okay, thank you so much everyone and good night. Thank you. See you guys again next Friday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.